Hey y'all, my name's Elizabeth. I just want to introduce myself. Howdy! I'm gonna start over. Hi there! Hey guys, it's Elizabeth. Yo, yo, yo! Peace be with you. Hey y'all, this is Elizabeth, and I really appreciate that you guys are taking some time to read my Hello to the World of Vlogging intro post. I just got back from a retreat from my parish council, and I wanted to share some insight that I picked up this morning. We were there to try to improve things with our parish and kind of recenter ourselves to make sure that we were keeping in mind the mission that God has for us in the parish council avocation for this year. The theme of the retreat turned out to be this: if I'm not feeding myself, what am I feeding others? How are we as parish council members supposed to aid others and spiritually feed others if we're not taking some time to spiritually feed ourselves? And I thought this was an interesting thing. I wrote this down in my trusty notebook, which I always bring with me. Today we had to go off by ourselves and spend some time with God. Immediately I sat down to write this, to get my thoughts down so I could later share them with you. But then I realized that writing for others in this capacity, while something that helps me grow and is something I enjoy, it means I'm spending more time talking than listening. So I'm writing this to be published later, and then I'm putting the pen down. If I don't feed myself, what am I feeding others? Something I've always tried to harp on is that I love that we have so many Catholic bloggers out there. I just think that having more voices, the better. People are going to Google every question that comes to their mind, and if they happen upon your blog, maybe that is the Holy Spirit's method of getting to them, some message that God's been trying to present to them, and they found it on Google. So keep it up, but also make sure that you're feeding yourself too. God is trying to talk to you, not just have you talk to others. So that's something I walked away with, and I really think that that might be interesting to some of you. Y'all. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about was art. Don't run away. I have been told by many people throughout my life, I can't do art, I can't draw, I cannot paint, nothing looks the way it's supposed to look. Who cares? The point is to step outside of your comfort zone. Here's someone that inspired me through one of my art professors, Dan Eldon. I'm not a lawyer. I am unaware of what I can show you in that book. Look up, Google, the journals of Dan Eldon, and you will happen upon a lot of pages of his wonderful journals, which were just cut up pieces of magazine and pictures and paint, and he just like came up with a concept, put it down on a sketchbook page, and it's easy as that. He had a work of art. It probably took him less than an hour to do one page. I'm inviting you to do the same thing. I'm going to show you some pictures from my sketchbook, which I do have every right to show you, just to prove that you can do it too. This is not hard, and I don't consider myself Monet or Picasso. That would be more appropriate. Tell me you can't do that. I cut up squares of mountains and pasted them together to kind of try to make my own mountain. And those things are people standing in lines. I think you can handle squares like that. This is supposed to be a window with some pretty heinous window treatments of words. And I tore up by hand this side here, which is a bunch of pieces of nature and leaves and such. And then in the center there are people. All right. And last, this one, I accidentally got some red paint on this page. I think maybe I was just one day frustrated and I just needed to get the paint off my paintbrush, and I arrived on this page a couple months later and turned it into this. All you have to do is give yourself permission to Step outside of your comfort zone and go with whatever thought you're going with. I think stepping outside your comfort zone is something that can help shake things up in your prayer life too. If you can release some of your creative juices in some ways like this, who knows what happens to your prayer life? I think God gave everyone a creative talent, and there's no excuse for you. Great. Awesome. Yeah, I love it. So, to wrap it up, I want to thank you for coming by and watching this vlog, for being patient with me through my first vlogging experience, for reading my blog to begin with, and for writing yours. Remember to feed yourself spiritually in order to feed others spiritually. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to the Bright Maidens YouTube channel, where a great collection of young men and women with zeal for being daughters and sons of God are coming together in video form to fill up YouTube with awesomeness. And if you're interested in posting on this video channel, email us at brightmaidens@gmail.com. It is not a Bright Maidens project, but we thought having it all in one place would just be easy for someone to stumble upon. Thanks. God bless you.